Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the New York Mets taking on the Miami Marlins. Okay, Singy, he's got some extra swagger today after that monster performance in the last game. So much confidence in that swing.
No doubt about it, Boog. He did everything but drive the team bus back to the hotel. Looking forward to seeing if he can ride that wave into this one.
First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. And on the hill in this one, MIA-V.Bellozo.
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA. And you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out. And not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
On the ground right side. Throws to first. And an easy out to start the game. Here's a Mets lineup now. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored. And you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like you could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
Right side, hard hit. And he handles it himself for the out. Here's Juan Soto. He has, as they like to say...
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
That's right. Foul ball. Bellozo, 25 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Fouled off to the right. And misses inside.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Middle of the first. No score after a half inning. Back here in Miami, and on the hill in this one, NYM-D.Peterson.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Ground ball right side. He takes it on his own. 1 up, 1 down. And time now for the Marlins lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the...
Oh, wow, what a stop. And they get the out.
Man, a lot going on that play. Diving stop to his right in that hole, and then gets up and takes it himself. Man, it's a one-man show.
2 outs, base is empty. Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins.
Off the plate, ball
just missed. Swing and a foul out of play. And now the lefty out to short. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for the Marlins. Scoreless after 1. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Top of the second. Here's Pete Alonso. Bellozo back to work. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Here's Jesse Winker. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
And here is Mark Vientos. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. And that is out of play. Alonso on second. Winker at first with no outs. And that one goes straight to the backstop. Not in time. He's safe. And it's second and third with nobody out.
Well, Boog, it's already been a tough start to this inning as it is, and that wild pitch is going to make things even tougher. 2 men in the scoring position now, still with nobody out. So this really becomes a strikeout situation on the mound.
The 1-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Jeff McNeil stands in. The other way. Base hit. 1 run is in. The throw in. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. And they lead by 2.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
1 down. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. Fouled off down the right side. Still only 1 out here in the inning. In the dirt.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 outs.
Batting up, the center fielder,
Jose Siri up now for the Mets. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. That's to third. Paulie. They get the force. And that is that. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Mets 2 and the Marlins nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now, Connor Norby. Just missed.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Line drive. Oh, and it hits the base. And that's a leadoff double.
Well, anything can happen once the ball deflects off the base. Do you get a good bounce or a bad bounce? Your guess is as good as mine.
Jonah Bride, the next up for the Marlins.
Ball one, no strike.
In the dirt, blocked. Tag, save. He's into third of the wild pitch.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have
that one down the line. Vientos whips it to first, but they cut it to one as the run comes in.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Here's the rookie third baseman, Graham Pauley. That one's in there. 0-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Alvarez collects, fires to first, gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Dives and he can't hang on. No play, that's an infield single. Davison de los Santos with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you can take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
2 outs. Sinker gets the bottom of the zone, and that's a strike. Up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Safe at first as they can't make the play. First and second, 2 outs. Hill now at the plate. Ball 1, no strikes. And that one clips the corner. Just missed.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Swing and a miss. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Top half of the third inning. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Brandon Nimmo. And a foul ball. That missed by a lot, and that's ball 1. Hit on the ground to the right side. Takes it himself, and a quick out, number 1.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. Grounded out his first time up. Hit hard, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. So up next for New York, Juan Soto went down on strikes his first time through. In the air, right side of the infield. Bride makes the grab, 2 down.
Now back, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
NYM-D.Peterson up now for the Mets. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And it's 0-1. Fought off foul. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Mets strand 1. They lead it 2-1. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Dane Myers. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Right through there for a strike. And now 2 balls and a strike. That one the other way. McNeil gets it to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
The right fielder, number 18,
Now at the plate, Griffin Conine. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Fouled off left side. 1 down, base is empty. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. The throw, nicely done for the out. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Xavier Edwards grounded out his first time. On a line out towards center. Siri makes a nice grab at a full sprint. Miami down in order, and our score remains 2-1. New inning getting started, so now here's the Mets DH, Jesse Winker. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
He's dealing with a great 2-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
That one off the mark. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
1 down. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. His first at bat was a strikeout. And a swing and a miss.
These hitters have come out ready to swing the bats early in the count and swing it often. If you want to score some runs, have an offensive explosion, that can be a route to doing it.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there's a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. 2 down, base is empty. And stepping in for New York, Jeff McNeil. He drove in 2 with a single his first time up. And that one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Ripped on a line to center. Makes the grab on the run. And that's the 3rd out. Mets go down quickly, but they still lead it 2-1. Back here in Miami, ready to go, bottom 4. And now the DH, Connor Norby. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike one. Norby measures 5 feet 10 inches, 180 pounds, and he was a second-round pick in 2021.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. And there's a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Ball one.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And that's off the inside edge. 2 balls and a strike. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
2-2 the count.
2-2 now. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
To third, Vientos. Fired to second. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Bellozo back to work. On the inside corner for a strike. Check swing, called strike.
Well, that's textbook pitching right there. I mean, he executed those first 2 pitches perfectly.
Time called. Chance to collect himself down 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Jose Siri digs in now. He's 0 for 1. Bunting, and it's right in front of the plate. And it goes just foul. 1 out, base is empty. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Started to go after it. Now a look down to first. No swing. He held up. Clyde Washington with the call there. Swing and a miss. Up with it. Fires to first. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 2 in this one. And that one in the air center field. Hill under this one. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that is that. Bottom of the inning. And at the plate for Miami, Agustin Ramirez. Outside low. Ball 1. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Chopped left side. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the fifth.
Now batting, center fielder.
And up next for Miami, Derek Hill. Right through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
1 ball, 1 strike.
One down, base is empty. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. And safe. He busted it down the line for that infield single.
That's why you run hard 90 feet. Take nothing for granted, especially when you've got great speed. I'll take the infield knock.
So the batting order turns over. And now it's going to be Dane Myers. That one missed.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Pitch misses. And the count is 2-0. And that drops in for a strike.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball.
Oh, now this one gets away at the plate. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Man at second. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted in first base with a quick free pass.
2 on, 1 out. And now here is Griffin Conine. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Ball 1 there.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go. Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Ground ball to first. Could be 2. To second. Pulls him off the bag. The throw is late, and they don't get the out.
A potential double play ball hit to first is probably the toughest one to execute cleanly. That first baseman, he's got a very tough throwing lane to deal with because of the runner headed to second base, and a lot of times guys try to throw over or around the runner, which can really mess up a throw like that. Still, definitely an error, though.
And the 0-1. Swing and a ground ball. There's one. Out. What a double play that was. Inning over.
Just trying to sneak one through with the bases loaded, but an excellent job by the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
Nope, outside.
This one in the air, right field. Conine makes the grab, 1 down.
Up next to the bat, the right fielder, Juan.
So digging in, Juan Soto. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable, and because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
They get the out on Soto. 2 outs, base is empty. Next is the cleanup hitter for the Mets, Pete-Alonso. 1 for 2. Tosses to first, and that takes care of Alonso. That's out number 3. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Just missed.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
Clips the corner, and the count is 2-2. And that's downstairs and outside. Jonah Bride in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Liner to second and picked on the hop. McNeil gets it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting.
Jonah Bride, the next up for the Marlins. Right through there for a strike.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Line drive, and this might be trouble. Lead runner around second. Headed for the plate. The relay throw. Tag, save! We are tied at 2.
Picks himself up an RBI. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
One out. Runner at second. And now for the Marlins, Davison de Los Santos. Out front, rip foul. With the go-ahead run standing at second here in the bottom of the 6th. On the ground to the left. Toss to Alonso. 2 away.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it. Got the ground ball.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Agustin Ramirez.
1-0.
2 outs. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 2. And a strike in there. Here's a high chopper. Throws across the diamond, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. Marlins get a run on the RBI double. 2-2 game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Anthony Bender. This is his 3rd time out this year. Jesse Winker up now for the Mets. In there at the knees, strike 1. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Calvin Fauché, the young right-hander, up and throwing. To the right side. Tosses to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swinging a foul straight back. Check swing, went around, and it's 0-2. One down, base is empty.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Started after it, appeal to first. He did not go around. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the third time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now, not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
Now a chance for Jeff McNeil. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Two down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Time asked for at the plate. Maybe an attempt to break up the rhythm that he's got going on the mound right now. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Down in order go the Mets. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The center fielder, Jarrett Hill.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Paul Blackburn.
Paul Blackburn.
And a bunt towards third. And that's foul.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Inside. And the count 1-2. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Really nice slider right there. Sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And out number 1 on the grab.
Up next for the Marlins,
Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins. Blackburn, a former All-Star. He throws a cutter, a four-seamer, a changeup, a slider, and he works in a sinker. Up the middle, Lindor. Now the throw to first on the run. On the money, nice play. And at the plate for Miami, Griffin Conine. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 8th inning coming up. We are tied 2-2. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Calvin Fauché. And he has some nasty breaking stuff. And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. Just missed. Movement in the bullpen. Andrew Nardi up and loosening in the pen. Soriano, a right-hander, loosening up as well. Swings through that high fastball.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Pitch misses, and it's 2-1. Swing and a miss.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Next offering misses down and away. Edwards gets the catcher by a step. And now the center fielder, Jose Siri. Shortened the bunt and missed it. It's 0-1. Swings and chases a low one there.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Now here is Brandon Nimmo. Foul ball there. In the air, out towards left center. And that'll do it. And we're back, bottom of the 8th. And now Xavier Edwards. Blackburn back to work. Yeah. Strike one. This one in the air, center field. Siri brings it in. And there's one away. Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Connor Norby. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee. He can get up in the air and untie this ball game.
I got a ball, one strike.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
And a couple of quick outs. And up next for Miami, Jonah Bride. That one down the line, and foul ball. 2 outs. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. And 1-2. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And the batter now, Francisco Lindor. Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field, way back there, and that ball is gone. A shot to the opposite field. His second of the year, and the Mets jump in front. It's 3-2. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Calvin Fauché gives way, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So the Marlins go with a new arm, George Soriano.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now here is Juan Soto. And first offering is fouled off.
Heart of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
One-run game here in the top of the 9th. Time called now. Line drive caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Alonso, the next to hit, takes outside. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Declan Cronin. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Way out front for strike 2.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
And that's where the swing. It's a strikeout. Next is the designated hitter, Jesse Winker. 1 for 3. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here at the top of the ninth. And it's even up.
1-1.
And he swings through that one. Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
And that's a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there coming back in that at bat.
Next to hit, Mark Vientos.
1-0.
First pitch, not close. Winker, the runner at first with 2 gone. And another ball. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. And that one is off the wall. Here comes Winker. He'll score easily. The relay to third, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. A couple of runs in the inning puts them ahead. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the ninth. Back here in Miami. So they turn to their closer, Edwin Diaz.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Swing and a line drive, and that one's a base hit out of the left center field.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. No swing. Just held it back there. The tying run at the plate. On the ground. And there's a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. Really important at bat coming up now.
And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Foul ball, still a 1 and 2 count. Got him! And that is a big first out. And at the plate for Miami, Derek Hill.
last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And a swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
So the tying run at second. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Lindor, that's 1. And that's a double play to end it.
A little sigh of relief for the pitcher there, ending the ball game with a nice double play. You always love when you can get 2 for 1, especially when it wraps up the ball game. Nice win for this team today.
And your final 4-2 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show. Thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.